This is Life's a Pitch TV. Main sponsor, DPS Tech. Also supported by Lakens, all about hearing. GBS Builders, Segford Golf Club, Ashford Wright, John Keeble Cars, Venue 60, The Hudson Group, Sound 4 Pro Audio, Come Hither Design, and Suffolk Sound. Charities this year: Cancer Support Suffolk, Forget Me Not Golf, and Back to Coffee. Think it's Sunday already? Hey. Well, oh, knock me water over. That's a good start. Welcome to the DPS Tech Arena. Hang on a second. There we are. Welcome to the DPS Tech Arena. Leslie's going to get some mop for this week's edition of Life's a Pitch TV. Running down my leg now. Our Derby Day special. Hey. Brilliant. Let me introduce you to the team. Terry Butcher. Hey. Russell Osman. Hey. And in the Sound 4 Pro Audio production suite, sorry, you can sneak on, thank you. There we go. It's Richard Garrett! Hey! And we have a capacity crowd as well. Just saw Leslie, our floor manager, one of them. Capacity crowd, welcome the Churchman stand, sponsored by John Keeble Cars. Hey! And the North stand, sponsored by Ashford Wright. Hey! And our studio managers are Sarah Jane and Leslie.
Hey! Don't the floor managers clean up after you, Mark?
I've got a very wet leg, Russell, and it's a good job I'm behind the counter. Otherwise, I'm going to have a lot of explaining to do. Man of a certain age. Oh, my goodness me. Anyway, nice to see you. Who went to Bristol? Yay. Who's tired? Yay. We'll talk about that later on, and of course the match last weekend at Portman Road. So lots to get through tonight. We were hoping that Fabio Wardley would be our special guest tonight, but he's coming next week. He's got a big match coming up, and so he had a filming commitment today with Sky and lots of other people, so he's definitely coming on the show next week. But we do need a special guest, because it is a very special weekend, boys, isn't it? Derby weekend.
It sure is.
Yeah. So, would you please give a Life's a Pitch welcome? He's going to get as much stick as Rory McIlroy got at the Ryder Cup. It's Captain Canary! Hey!
Thanks for that.
Nice to see you, Captain. I feel a bit like Dealey did when she had that beer thrown at her car.
Yeah, where are you?
Yeah, where are you?
Let's be having you.
Nice to see you. Now, is that a Norwich City shirt or is that a John Deere shirt?
It's mostly John Deere with a little canary sitting in the side there.
Terry, you noticed something on the way in. The threshold into our Life's a Pitch studio needs to be changed.
Yes, it was. The step is yellow, and we've got the AstroTurf in there, so you got yellow and green straight away. It wasn't especially for you, Captain, just to make you feel welcome. But there's somewhere where we can wipe our feet, so that's quite nice.
As long as it's just your feet.
Yeah. Russell, I'm surprised he hasn't kicked the door in, noticing that.
I thought he might have done, but
yeah.
You know,
I've kicked doors in at Norwich.
Yeah.
And thoroughly enjoyed it.
Excellent.
Very good.
There's still time, Mark, tonight.
Yeah.
Depends how tonight goes.
And next week.
Yes, well, we are going to have a very special Life's a Pitch and Putt this week, which Captain Canary is going to have a go at. But there might be a couple of extra obstacles when we get a little bit nearer to doing that a little bit later on in the show.
Great.
You're up for it all, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm up for it.
Yeah. Shame Norwich aren't, isn't it, really? But never mind. Look at this dead canary, look.
I know.
Yeah.
Dead canary. Poor old thing.
Looks a bit deflated, doesn't he?
Yeah. Not going too well at the moment. Agent Manning's doing a good job.
He is, isn't he? Yeah. And after the long trip to Bristol, I think there one or two people said they actually they're not missing Agent Manning at all over at Bristol since he's been with us. So it's not looking good for us at the moment. But we'll see.
And long may it continue, I say.
Yeah.
This is worse than the Ryder Cup, isn't it?
It
You wait,
is,
you wait
yeah,
till you're
sure.
playing pitch and putt later on.
Yeah.
That Bristol City gig's a tough one, though. You know, the supporters, you know, you have to do a lot to win them over. And Liam was always up against it a little bit there, you know, and they wanted a name or they wanted a foreigner, you know. And Liam Manning's an exceptionally good coach, you know, and he's learning his way in the management, and I think he's going to be a very, very good manager, you know. But it was early days for him at Bristol, and he works with George Burley's son-in-law as well, Chrissy Hogg, you know. So they've taken the opportunity to come back up to your neck of the woods, which is where they're from anyway.
Well, I do wish them all the bad luck in the world, to be honest. And I don't like to say it, but, well, I am going to say it. I hope they have a nightmare.
Okay. We are due one, but more on that to come a little bit later on. Let's take a look back, first of all, at the match at Portman Road last Saturday. We entertained Portsmouth, and here are the match highlights, courtesy of our friends at Town TV.
The sun is shining, the skies are clear, and hopefully this afternoon we shall be able to enjoy a full game of uninterrupted Championship football as Ipswich host Portsmouth. Waller Egley, Furlong, direct ball to Hurst, and actually with a hint of fortune the ball reaches Jens Kajusta, and Kajusta neat and tidy on the ball again in midfield, away from Koznovsky. Here's Philogene just outside the penalty area. He's done it again! He has done it again, Jaden Philogene! His rich vein of form at Portman Road continues. And he scored some wonderful goals last time we were here. Well, there's another one off the post and in. Ipswich 1, Portsmouth 0. Raises a right arm now. Will deliver in towards the front post, and it's headed away at that front post by Koznovsky. Drops for Philogene 30 yards out. He might fancy it. He does go for goal left-footed, but it's high and wide, and from Kajusta that makes him really stand out in the Championship midfield. Furlong, ball down the right channel for Schmodix to chase. Schmodix will reach it before it goes out of play. Into Hurst, and Hurst got to win control of the ball under pressure from Yang. Here is Waller Egley. Crossfield left-footed ball with his pinpoint for Kajusta. And Kajusta now into the penalty area on his right foot, and he just drags it wide. Flicks it on. O'Shea beats Bishop to it. And now Hurst has found the flick on to Sam Schmodix. And Schmodix has the freedom of Portman Road into the penalty area. Schmodix cutting back, and he can't find the finish. Lifts it into no man's land, and Dozel picks it up into Koznovsky, 25 yards out from Alex Palmer's goal. Here's Yang, just outside the penalty area, left side, into the box now, standing on up towards the back post, and Philogene was back defending, as was Davis, and the ball is in the grasp of Alex Palmer. Hurst dropping short into a pocket. Paul follows him in and actually wins the ball back for Portsmouth, and Segacic through to Yang. Segacic, and Yang is denied by Palmer. Good goalkeeping by Alex Palmer. Philogene, good spot, finds Matasiwa in midfield. Matasiwa in turn into Davis. Davis inside the box, across to Hurst. That is brilliant from Ipswich Town. Flowing football, Ipswich at their best, and Kieran McKenna's men double their lead. Ipswich 2, Portsmouth 0. Looking to escape LaRue on this near side. LaRue had a play for an Ipswich throw, taken quickly by Davis into Hurst. Schmodix now out to Waller Egley. Space for Waller Egley right side into the penalty area now. Sindra Waller Egley shot a goal, and it's deflected just over the crossbar. Over the ball on the far side. In swinger from the left for the Leaf. Davis headed away by Knight, only as far as Jaden Philogene. Philogene just wide. Ipswich Town in midfield, and now Kajusta spots the run of Davis, and Davis is away from Koznovsky. Davis trying to slide it through to Hurst, drops for Philogene first time. Crossed this one in from the right side. Nunez, real pace on that, and it was a decent ball in. I think it was O'Shea meeting it. 76.5 minutes played. Ipswich 2, Portsmouth 0. In comes the corner from Davis, and it's Adon, I think, at the back post. Portsmouth haven't cleared their lines. Furlong winds up the long throw towards Kipre, over Kipre, drops for Adon, and then Kipre, the loose ball inside the box, did drop for him, but it was a tight angle. Palmer. Matasiwa comes to collect it from Palmer and has to turn smartly away from Dazelle. And now the ball in behind for Even Adon. Adon up against Knight. Adon hits the base of the post. So close to his first Ipswich goal. Lively play from the centre forward. Swift with the corner from the far side, and it comes towards Pack. And Portsmouth have scored. Adon winning the ball in midfield, but that is game over. And Ipswich have held on.
So there we are, the match highlights from last Saturday at home to Portsmouth. Thanks to my friends at Town TV. We'll have the Bristol City highlights for you very shortly. Russell, what did you make of that home win on Saturday? Nice to see a bit of entertaining football and a great goal from Jaden Philogene.
Yeah, I think teams will sooner or later get wise to him about how he likes to cut inside on his right foot, and when you look at the goal from behind the goalkeeper, you can just see how the big space opened up for him, and he's just side-footed the ball in. So quality finish. We threatened a lot. We threatened more on Saturday than I think we did midweek, but we spoke last week on here, and I predicted a 2-1 victory.
Congratulations, well done.
And I thought it was
a little ripple for Russell.
Thank you. I've got to take the credit where it's... And we said at the time, those are the sort of games they've got to make sure that they win. It should be a bog standard sort of 2-1, 2-0 win for them that they can just put a tick through at the end of the day and said, job done. And that's what we did. And we got a little bit sloppy towards the end here and there, but it's still a work in progress.
And Terry, we talked about partnerships, and it's nice to see Leaf and Philogene forming a partnership down that left-hand side.
Yeah, there wasn't much down the right-hand side, was there,
No.
to be honest? No. But it was exciting. And I was in the North Stand watching the game with Nigel sitting in the North Stand. And it's the first time I'd really been in the North Stand in probably my entire life. And to sit on the upper tier and watch it, it was really entertaining. I know that there's sometimes the players are miles away, but you could see the strategy, you could see the back fours, you can see from a tactical point of view and all that sort of thing. Yeah, the shape and them it was really informative, and I really enjoyed the first half. And I thought, if they play like that in the second half, it's going to be 4 or 5. And I think some of the players might have thought that as well. But they were very poor, Portsmouth, and I think the manager, John Messina, said they only started to play when they were 2 down, and that's invariably sometimes what happens. So the second half was a little bit of an anticlimax, and once again we conceded from a set piece, which is not, particularly nice, but. I just thought they for 45 minutes they clicked, and they had the partnerships all over the pitch, and I thought it was very good. And I know Kipre came in, and he had a wild shot at the end, but he did okay. I mean, they're not a great side, Portsmouth, haven't come up, but they're a team that can do things, and we've got to beat them. Whoever's in front of it, you've got to beat. So I loved it. I really enjoyed the occasion, and just being up there and. Well, we've been in the director's box for a few years, and it's actually nice to hear people swear up in the North Stand. And it was, and I thought, there's a bit of freedom here. This is really nice. There are times when I'd love to do it in the director's box, but you can't, can you?
I've had a lot of messages saying how lovely it was that you were up in the North Stand, but I've had one complaint from the bloke who sat behind you.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the way it is. But no, I can't help that. But no, it is lovely. It's just really nice, and you see all the fans before the game mixing in the bars and all that sort of thing as well. It's a real sort of breath of fresh air for me. It was up there. It was really the altitude was quite thin, but no, it was really, really entertaining and exciting.
Yeah, well, it's a good place to sit. It's where we sit up there as well. Really enjoy it.
It is a good place. Yeah, the atmosphere is really good. I mean, the North Stand was always famed for the fights and the violence and everything else, because that's where the away crowd were. But it's so much better, and it's just really, really good. It was in the fan zone before the game. I had a lovely wrap in there, which unfortunately leaked.
Do you want a wrap tonight for us?
No, unfortunately leaked over my jersey, my top. But there we are. That's the way it is.
Quite fancy hearing the butcher wrap, don't you?
The butcher wrap, yeah. No, not that wrap.
Okay.
No.
Kipre stood out for you a bit, Russ?
He's good. I like him. I think he's a decent player. He's definitely got a bit of bulk about him. Doesn't take any prisoners. I saw the Bromley game and I watched him there. Good pass with the ball as well. He's good, and he's going to be pushing Jacob Greaves, I think, for a start in the team. I think he had a little bit of cramp towards the end of the game against Portsmouth, so I think that allowed Greaves to come straight back in against Bristol City, and whether there'll be a change there, I would doubt for Sunday, but you never know. But
how can any players have cramp? It's the start of the season. We never suffered from cramp.
As a centre half as well.
As a centre half, which has let us down really.
He's doing far too much running then.
Well, he must be doing far too much running,
which is not brains enough.
But this is not like a centre half anyway. But no, I can understand that. It's really weird. And I must say as well, when Núñez came on, I thought my vision had gone because he had one black boot and one white boot. I thought, well, you can't be colourblind because it's black and white. So I'm thinking, why do you wear that? Did he do that at Norwich?
Yeah, I think he was a little bit like that. Odd coloured boots. Yeah.
That's NFN though, isn't it? Normal for Norfolk. So it's
yeah. And then, but at half time last night, he came out with a pair of blue boots. Yeah, weird, isn't it? He noticed these things, but well, I do anyway. But I think to myself, well, he's not right in the head, is he? So,
at least we know you got colour TV now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's nice to have colour TV because we didn't have it when we were younger.
Let's just pick up on Núñez then, because where's Adrian? I don't know if the camera can pick up Adrian in the north stand. Do you want to just turn around? There we are. Núñez, for those listening, Núñez 32 on the back of his shirt. What's the real feeling from Canaryland, Captain Canary?
I think when it first came to light that he was crossing the border, I think there was a lot of furious fans. And then I think when it settled down a bit, I think we realised that we've struggled to get a full season out of Núñez. I think he is a quality midfielder, and I think on his day, I think he will,
Sunday,
hopefully not Sunday, but on his day, I mean, he scored in the last Old Farm derby. He is a quality player, but whether you'll get a full season out of him, we never did. That would be my own. So for me personally, I think it was good business for Norwich to, and he didn't want to stay, so he's got to go, isn't he?
Did you realise that Ipswich are out of your league with us paying £10 million for him because you haven't got 10 bob, have you?
We were laughing all the way at the bank.
Well, yeah, probably was, yeah. But there we are. We got the money, you see, so you haven't.
Well, we've got American owners now, like you. We've got Antanasio. I think he's got a food bob, but whether he'll spend it wisely, we don't seem to have recruited the quality that I think we needed this season so far. But we'll see.
Okay.
Well, he's doing a good job, so long may that continue.
Yeah, no, it's good. So we've got another match to talk about. Bristol City earlier this week, and again from Town TV. Let's take a look at the highlights.
And I just think we could expose that midfield with two of them and one being the centre half.
Well, let's see. We are underway here at Ashton Gate. Ipswich kicking from left to right in this first half, and it's a ball away from Adam Randall. And Davis is sliding it through to Jack Clark through the legs of Ross McRory, and Clark is going to go for goal from range. But here's Matasiwa.
As long as he's not wearing yellow and green ones, I'm okay with it.
Absolutely. Furlong with the cross, and it was a dangerous one. First, and Robbins just seemingly crowding Alex Palmer in his 6-yard box. In it comes from Ameti, and Bristol City have scored the opener. Well, the ploy from the set piece has worked. Anis Mehmeti with the delivery. Rob Atkinson with the header and with the goal. And Ipswich are going to have to find a way through these red shirts, and then McAteer into Adon, right side. Adon delivering across the edge of the 6-yard box, turned away by Rob Dickey. And Neto Borges will go direct downfield. And then there is another transition because Emil Rees might be able to get away from Jacob Greaves here. It's Rees bearing down on the penalty area, and Greaves recovering, making the block. And then the loose ball, is it picked up by Scott Twine? Twine gets there first, gets the shot away, but drags it wide. Bristol City in their defensive shape. Núñez spots the run of Adon. Adon is deemed to be onside. He goes for goal from 20 yards, but he can't hit the target. But that was making a run from outside to in, but O'Shea is finding Davis. Davis left side into the penalty area, wins a corner kick. Wearing his odd boots, is across to the far side to take this corner. In swinger towards the front post towards Furlong. Yes, has slipped here, and here come Bristol City. Twine, 25 yards out, spots the run of Neto Borges into the box. Borges hits it well, but hits it over. During his time at Ashton Gate, Sam Schmodix, as Nunez delivers in this free kick from the near side. It's a deep one towards Greaves. Greaves heading it back across goal. Akpom gives himself a lengthy run up, launches it in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Flicked on by Borges, and then the header from McCrory at the back post. Straight. Davis on this near touch line. Clark away from Tanner. This is nice play from Ipswich into Akpom. Akpom is tripped, and it's a penalty. And he's Jack Clark up against Radek Vitek. Clark into the back of the net, down the middle, and the Ipswich Town supporters behind that goal celebrate. The Blues back on level terms. Bristol City 1, Ipswich Town 1. Finds other on, and now is Jack Clark coming off the left. Davis trying to overlap on the left side outside, and Davis meets it, delivering in towards Akpom too. Davis with the left-footed delivery. It's a high one towards the back post. O'Shea trying to head it back across goal. Comfortable catch for Radek Vitek from Ipswich Town in this second half, and that's quality from O'Shea to find Adon. Adon across to Davis, and Davis is burst beyond Sykes. Davis across the 6-yard box, and then Dickey stuck out a leg after bouncing off the post, but corner has been awarded. In it comes from Nunez, deep towards the back post. Greaves rising, and McAteer was in there. Now lead against Birmingham, but here come Bristol City into the penalty area now. Cut back towards Sinclair Armstrong, and it was good defending by Greaves. There's a high five between O'Shea and Greaves. Corner taken quickly by Bristol City. Roberts, Adam Randall turns on the ball 25 yards out. O'Shea prevents the shot. Mehmeti. Neto Borges can't find Roberts, but Mehmeti is in here away from Akpom, and Mehmeti is put. O'Shea once more forward to Schmodix. Schmodix approaching the penalty area, and he's won a corner kick. Jaden Philogene with the corner from the far side. In it comes. Hurst is there meeting it, and it's only just over the crossbar. Adam Randall lifting that towards, I think, Neto Borges, and it drops for Zach Viner. It was Roberts that went down under pressure from Waller Egley. Mehmeti delivering in, and Matasiva is in the way, and Jaden Philogene carries the ball outside of the penalty area, but the final whistle blows, and it's ended all square.
So thanks to Town TV for the highlights, and Russell, 6 changes.
Yeah, it's surprising, but with a big game coming up on Sunday, when you've got the squad that we have and the quality that of the squad, then it's an ideal opportunity to give some a run out. You know, and it's going to take quite a few games for everybody to get used to playing with each other in match day situations, not on the training ground. That doesn't count. You get to know each other a little bit out there, you get to know the personalities, but it's only on a match day situation that you know who it is you're playing alongside. So 6 changes, it was a lot. It means we've got 6 players that have had a nice little rest. They should be fired up for the weekend. They'll want to prove that they want to be back in the starting line, which I think they will do. But I don't think anybody else really stood up there and said, out of the 6, said, come on, Kieran, I've had a blinding game today. You know, I need to be included in that starting 11 on Sunday. So the 6 that came in did okay, good point away from home, but not really knocking the manager's door down.
Terry?
I can't believe that. Obviously, this changed so much to football now, because in our day, if we were left out for a midweek game, we'd be first knocking on Bobby Robson's door to say, you know, why have I been left out? You know, I need to play. And I think that it's changed so much that I don't know if players were happy about it, but they've had to accept it and get on with it. And the ones that come in have got to grasp that opportunity, which they did to a certain degree, but not great. But we have a phobia about away from home. because we'd lost at Preston, we lost at Bromley on pens, we've had 4 draws. We go ahead, then concede 2 against Derby, go behind versus Birmingham, Bromley, Preston, and Bristol City. And we haven't won an away game since the 2nd of April. I know that was a lot of that was the Premier League, but we seem a different team. If you look at those two games that have been on the TV, we look brilliant in the first game, and then bang average in the second game. Although there were chances, and he should have taken them, Hurst especially. So there's a lot of work to do away from home. Last year. Or last time in the Championship, we won a good number of away games in particular, and there's we've had the penalty it wasn't a great penalty to concede from Bristol City's point of view, but it was given. The handball at Birmingham was given as well, so we've been a little bit fortunate there in 2 instances. So there's a long way to go, and there's a long way to go in terms of the way we were playing.
It can either be good home form, good away form. What you need is obviously both. The point on the road's not bad, is it? But
I think it's the opposition, isn't it? I think the way that they approach the game now, they rattle us, they get stuck in. I thought
it was quite a physical game.
Bristol City were very strong at the back, very strong.
So we're the scalp, aren't we? We're the one everybody wants.
Yeah, but teams are standing up to us, are saying, we've got to try and knock them out the stride a little bit. If we're just going to try and play football against Ipswich Town, it's going to be a tight game. If we can get one up on them by winning all the physical battles first, then that'll give them an advantage. But Akpom was quiet again, wasn't he? I think his first touch in the 18-yard box was when he got the penalty. And that was late on. The only other touch he had in the 18-yard box when he nearly gave a goal away right at the end in our own 18-yard box. But we've just got to be... At the end of the day, a point away from home is always a good point. But we can't be muscled out of games. We've got to be able to match the opposition's physicality with physicality and then beat them at football. Earn the right to play your football.
Matasiwa in midfield is doing that. He's a good solid.
He's a great lad, isn't he?
He's a unit, isn't he? Yeah. He gets about and does well. Kayusta's starting to blossom into a better player than he was last year.
Well, we've got this thing with Kayuste and Nunes. Nunes comes in for Kayuste. Sammy Matasiwa, as I call him, is like Morse's replacement, isn't he? He comes in and does a great job there, and I think he's going to be the one that's going to be there for every game of the season. And he will only take a rest when he really does need one.
And good to see Leif Davis having some confidence back again.
Yeah, it was much better, and he was very good in the Championship as well. But obviously, it's a big step up to the Premier League, and there were some very, very good players in the Premier League. So he's having to go back a lot more than go forward. But when he goes forward, wow, it's exciting. And with Philogene as well, Philogene then gets a lot of the ball, and Davis takes a couple of players away, and Philogene's able to come in. It's a really good partnership out there. So that's why he kept it going as well.
He looks a couple of yards quicker again, Davis, this year going forward. It's as if that confidence has given him the belief that he can outrun anybody. Put the ball in front of him and let him go. So
it's good to see Philogene. He looks a right unit, really. He does in terms of not physicality but technique. And remember the third goal he got to complete his hat trick on his left foot. He came in and blazed one, didn't he, last night? But he comes inside, comes inside, goes outside, and then bang, smashes that third goal. That was a strike and a half with his left foot. We'd have been pleased with that, yeah. So,
how do you feel watching all of that, Captain Canary, ahead of Sunday's game against Norwich?
He was asleep. I did nudge him.
I think
he was twitching a bit.
I think if we allow Philogene the space, he'll punish us. There's no doubt about that. It's the same as Russell was saying. You watch the first couple of goals in the first game, it just opens up, and he can put it on a sixpence. He'll just bend that ball round the corner and bang us in the net. So, we've got to. I think the boys are right. I think when it comes to Ipswich at the moment, if they come up against a physical side, they've just got to find a way round of combating that. You're in the Championship. You're not going to win as many games just trying to play, and we know Ipswich play good football, as much as it pains me to say it. We know they're
just repeat that in case anybody missed it.
Yeah, we know they play good football.
We always have done.
Exactly. They're a footballing side, and but the Championship is one of them dogged leagues where sometimes you've got to grind a result out, and a point away at Bristol, like you boys said, it's a good point away from home. and that will count come the end of the season for him. But you give that Philomene an acre of space, and he will punish us.
What I like now, Mark, is the fact that when we get down the flanks, we don't tend to put many crosses in. Not looking for George Hurst in the air or anything, but if it goes out for a throw-in in those areas, we chuck the long throw specialist on and let him whiz it into the near post.
Yeah.
Amazing, that, isn't it?
Well, they're doing that in the Premier League now, aren't they? It's a big thing now.
It's a new thing. It's a new fad.
Back to the future
fad.
sort of thing. Yeah.
Mm.
But it is it's because players are not used to duels, as they call them, the challenges and winning clean headers. And if they win a header, they invariably put it down to the opponent in the penalty area, which is a nightmare. So yeah, I can see why they're working. But I just think if you put crosses into the box, and you see Davis putting crosses into the box or cutting it back, it's mayhem. You can get own goals. You can. It's panic, and to get into those positions when you're getting towards the opponent's goal line and in behind them, you've got to cash in on that.
We're quite dynamic down the left-hand side, aren't we? Going forward, we need to get that going down the right-hand side now. So either McAteer's got to start, taking people on and getting crosses in, or whether he's got a trick. I'm not sure what his thing is. Is it pace or is it trickery on the ball? But he's got to start whizzing one or two crosses in, supported by whoever's playing behind him. Furlong, I think, is like a bog standard, solid back.
He does well.
Supports him, and he does a good job.
Just imagine Furlong and Burns. Burns in his pomp sort of thing.
In his pomp, yeah.
At the moment, he couldn't run anything because he's injured. But I just think he's that sort of player that can really help Burns or help him out there. But McAteer, he looks like a young kid, doesn't he? He looks like a ball boy sort of thing out there, and he's won a competition to be on the right hand side. So, and you sort of think, well, there's more to him than that. There has to be more to him than that, otherwise he won't get games. But he needs the fullback. They need to build the partnership, and he's in, Agueli's in. And we've got other players out there. And by making all changes, you don't get that consistency that you want to see. But if we can get Furlong and we can get McAteer or Agueli down that side, I like Agueli. And when he comes in on his left foot, I like that because he's got a bit of devilment about him. Although, having said that, we had a free kick later on in the game, and he put it over for the thing. If I'd have been on that pitch,
was that when O'Shea went over and gave him a talking to beforehand and told him exactly
where to put it, and he must have said row Z on there. I've got a mate there who wants a match ball or something like that.
I wish the camera had panned in to O'Shea afterwards.
You sent me a text. It was a great text. Can't repeat it. It was a great text. And he put it in there, and then there was something else as well, a corner, and that went way beyond. It was like one of those ones. But I just think if we can get them going on that side, then wow, that's when we'll really hit the stride.
Yeah.
Really will.
Okay, well, hopefully on Sunday. Right, it is time now to choose this week's Player of the Week. It's sponsored by GBS Builders. Russell.
Yes, sir.
Who would you go for?
I am going to go for Leif Davis.
Ooh, okay, controversial.
Because I think he's given us a dimension down that left-hand side that's going to keep everybody on their toes this season. And it's nice to see that he's got that bit of confidence back, and the other players will be able to feed off that. I still like to see him defend a bit better, but we'll leave that for another day.
Okay, Terry?
I can't believe both of us have said the same thing about Leif Davis, because I thought, well, Philogene done well, but then I look at Leif Davis in both games and I'm thinking, yeah, he was really good. Defending, not so much, but going forward and providing goals and crosses and getting in behind them and being a real asset. Yeah, I thought he did really well.
And we did not confer about that either.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
sure.
Absolutely.
Just telepathic,
Do you think we'd confer over things like this? No.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Would you have gone for Davis, Churchmans? Or Philogene? Davis, okay. North Stand, Philogene or Davis?
Well, there
you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Leif Davis it is then.
Hey.
Keep the applause going because Ipswich Town women won a game! first win in the second tier, 3-2 over Portsmouth, which was fantastic. So well done to the team, which is brilliant.
Mark,
Brilliant.
were they not 2-1 down as well? Did they 2-1 down and came back and won? Yeah, well done.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's a big step for them, isn't it? Big step up. So they're doing okay, which is really good. So Derby Day, we were hoping to have the Canary Crusher or the Derby Day Destroyer on the show tonight, Danny Haynes, but unfortunately he couldn't make it in the end. He is going to be at the match on Sunday against Norwich. And he's got a fantastic record against Norwich. What was your record? Thank you. Keep up. What was your record like, boys, against the scum up the road?
I haven't got a clue.
I think it was more positive than negative. I think we were, obviously they won the Milk Cup semi-final because of Keith Haggart, the referee, and not of their own ability, by the way. But not that I'm bitter.
The worst display ever by a referee.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, ever.
I think him and Clive Thomas are brothers, to be honest.
He's in charge of the referees at the moment, isn't he, or something like that?
No, he's not. I don't think he is. No.
Got
Thankfully.
something to do with it. I was going to send him a
Thankfully.
message the other day. You know,
Well, yeah.
Hope you're better at your job than you were years ago. But we've got over it, Mark.
So moving on, we had good results.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
The majority of the time, yeah.
majority of the time.
Who were you playing against at the time? What players were there? Who were the battles with?
Gosh, Asa Harford was there in those days.
There's a
as
Harford,
well.
Mick Shannon, Steve Bruce,
John Dean, Dixie.
Davey Watson.
Dave Watson. We had
Who was in goal?
Would
That bloke with the funny, like, gunny. You remember him?
Yeah,
He's sitting there.
Chris
with-
Woods.
he
Chris
was
Woods.
Afterwards, yeah.
And
Forbesy, the centre half.
Duncan Forbes. Duncan
Yeah, I
Forbes with the
remember
real
Duncan,
short
yeah.
shorts. Yeah.
Forbesy, yeah.
Yeah, he used to intimidate the officials. He was great. He was a funny guy. Keith Birchin played for Norwich.
The Birch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Justin
Keep up with the Norwich booze. Come on. For goodness sake.
Justin
Who else was
Fashion
there?
who played.
Fash, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we used to play them when they played together, John and Justin, in the youth team. Back in the when we used to play the South East Counties games on the fan zone.
Yeah,
Remember we battered them then as well.
we did. Yeah, we did.
Not
We had a record.
Justin and
We had a record that was good, but obviously was it 14 years since we lost to that mob up the road. So yeah, I think it's not payback time on Sunday, but it's a chance to get the monkey off our back, or what do they call it?
Yeah, well, I think, Captain, they keep going on about, it's so many years since Ipswich have beaten Norwich, but
A lot of those we weren't even in the same league, so it's just one of those. It's one of those records that it's going to come to an end at some point, and hopefully not Sunday. But
Sunday.
But it's like Terry said, it's
Can I
just
just put some ground rules down? Sorry to interrupt, Captain. Just some ground rules. Just remember the sledging at the Ryder Cup. How much stick Rory McIlroy got. So, feel free when he's talking to just kind of give him hell.
I won't repeat what Rory McIlroy said.
No.
oh, feel free.
But yeah,
No, says the tech guy. We'll have to edit that out.
It's just one of those. It's the monkey that you want off your back, so you can just get on with it.
Okay, so look, here's controversy. I wasn't a particular fan of it last time it happened, and it's going to happen again on Sunday. So the supporters group Blue Action have decided that they're going to do a big welcome the coach thing again with flares and all this kind of malarkey.
Are they wearing flares, or is it just flares?
Some of them might do. It's gone down on social media like a cup of cold sick. It really hasn't gone down well. Sorry about
That's
that
a nice
analogy,
description.
but,
That's pretty graphic, to be honest.
yeah. Yeah, like a lead balloon. Sorry, I should have.
Yeah.
Like a lead balloon. What do you think, Russell, of doing that for? It's a big fixture. The argument is, and I've seen the argument online. The argument is, we've got a lot of new players. They may not be aware of how important this game is. So consequently, we go and light up flares and all this kind of stuff, and throw tin cans at Delia's car if she follows again. That kind of stuff.
I don't think we need it. No. I just think it's early on in the season, just get on with the game. I think if the players don't realise how big a game it is and how much it means to the supporters, then they must have been living in cloud cuckoo land since they got here. I think I just hope there's as much passion being shown on the pitch as there is from the supporters during the game. And I think they should just save that for the hour and a half, 2 hours while the game's on. And I don't think they need the welcome.
In the way that the European team did in the Ryder Cup. I'm sorry to keep mentioning the golf, but they answered everything on the course.
Yeah,
didn't they?
leave it to the players to get on with the job.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Terry?
Well, players like routine, and the routine is that you go up to Playford Road, have your lunch, and then the coach brings you down, and all this sort of thing. But it should be normal. It should be another game. It comes round, and this is your job. This is what you do, irrespective of all the the peripheral noise and all that sort of thing. And you are passionate, but you've got to do your job and do it well. That counts for any game. I think that put a lot more pressure on the players, to be honest, because I would have thought it would have made you more nervous and would have made you more apprehensive about what you're going to encounter. It's just another game. It's against a team that we don't like. There's a big rivalry. We're enemies, but at the same time, you're going to play the same way as you normally play. What's going to make you play any different? And I think I wasn't happy with it last year. I think that affected the players, and not be happy if they do the same again.
Okay. That sort of thing ever happened at Norwich? Don't win very much, do you? So
I think there's, when the local derby comes, there's always a little bit of spice when you're either dropped off at the train station or you come through the crowd, and there's always that little bit of argy-bargy and that. But I think the boys are right. I think the players will know that it's an important game for the fans. They'll know on both teams. And I mean, Ipswich have got a lot of fresh players. Norwich have got a lot of fresh players. And but they'll know that they've just got to go out there and play a game of football and go for the 3 points. And I think as long as they concentrate on that shouldn't affect them.
Can I just say that? Norwich. Norwich. Norwich.
that was your bit of Freddie Mercury there, wasn't it? Hey,
oh yeah.
Fresh back from Bethpage in New York.
Anyway, talking of that, we're going to do Life's Pitch and Putt in a moment or two. But before, it's time for this week's Ask the Legends. So, Simon's here to ask the questions this week. And
good evening.
Simon, welcome back.
I know, where have I been?
Yes, where have you been?
I'm on a yellow card at the moment, apparently.
Absolutely.
Doesn't answer the question, though. Where have you been?
Been watching the golf. Who enjoyed the golf? Yeah. Good win, wasn't it?
It was a good win.
Couple of weeks off, so good to be back.
So, neither of you managed to score any points last week, so it's still Russell 5, Terry 6. That's how it goes so far. And I think Butch to go first this week, if memory serves me correct.
Yes.
Yes. So, over to you, Simon.
Okay, Terry, are you going to go home or away?
Away.
He's going for the away question.
That would be for 2 points.
I do know, yes. I have played this game for a couple of months, yes.
Which tonight, Terry, is all about snooker. So, who was the youngest player to ever win the Snooker World Championship in 1990? So, who was the youngest player?
Do we have a multiple guess on this or not?
No.
No, okay. No.
So, youngest player to win the Snooker World Championship in 1990.
There's some mutterings amongst the crowd.
I can only think of one. Stephen Hendry?
Is the correct answer.
Oh!
Go on, Butch. 2 points.
Get it up, yes.
That's charming.
Russell, so a
Inciting
home
the
one for
crowd
you to
against me.
grab a point back.
Okay, Russ, the home question
Give
then.
it to me.
In the 2000-2001 Premier League season, Marcus Stewart finished second top scorer with 19 goals. But who was the only player to score more? Was it Thierry Henry, Michael Owen or Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank? 2000-2001 Premier League season, Marcus Stewart finished second. Who scored more? Thierry Henry, Michael Owen, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank.
Good question. Good question. Any ideas? The crowd are looking bemused at this. Oh, we know it over there, do we? We know it in the
They're
churchman's.
confident over there.
What's your lip reading like, Russ?
Not very good. I'm going for the outsider, Hasselbank.
Is the correct
Oh,
answer.
what a round!
23 goals he scored. So well done both.
Well done. Terry Butcher 8, Russell Osman 6, everybody. Well done.
Well done.
Very good.
Captain Canary got that.
Yeah.
You did, but you were very quiet, weren't you?
I was, yeah.
It's not like you.
Talking of quizzes, Simon.
Yes.
Talking of quizzes, Simon's got a big quiz, everybody. And we want you to sign up.
We have, yes.
Very big quiz.
Yeah, very much looking forward to it in December for Cancer Support Suffolk. We did one last year, and my wife had cancer 2 years ago, and we wanted to give something back, so we decided to put on a really big quiz last year, which raised 18,000, which was amazing. Thank you. Between two charities, Cancer Support Suffolk and the Ipswich Wellbeing at the Ipswich Hospital, which went really, really well, and we're looking forward to doing it again this year. So we can have up to 75 teams this year. So
it's going to be Suffolk's biggest ever quiz.
It will be the biggest one we've ever done. We've been doing them for 25 years. So if people would like to find out more about it, visit Cancer Support Suffolk website and get involved. It'd be lovely.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
Looking forward to that.
Thank you.
Come on, all the
Where's
quiz.
it at, Simon? Or is that one of the questions?
Say that again, sorry? Yeah. I'll send you the answers. Don't worry.
Cheers, mate.
Venue
Brilliant.
16, December the 7th.
Yeah, Sunday 7th
night.
of December.
Food.
Quizzing, raffle,
raffles,
auction.
all that
We've
kind
got
of
all
stuff.
sorts going on.
Should
Yeah.
be good fun. Thank you, Simon,
Thank
very
you.
much. And talking of charities that we support, which is Combat to Coffee, Clint's here from Combat to Coffee. Come on, Clint.
Go on, Clint.
Hey, hello. Hello, everyone.
Got his new Halo shirt on.
Well, yeah, I wore it last night. It is a bit smelly. Got back about quarter
Thanks
past
for
2
sharing
this
that. Oh,
morning.
you were at Bristol, were you?
I was, yes.
Okay.
It smells of cider.
Tell us a bit about Combat to Coffee.
Yeah, so it's a busy period at the moment. Unfortunately, Nigel's stuck in traffic, hence why I have been put into the Dragon's Lair. Yeah, lots going on. Lots of planning now for Medals to Matches, which is coming up, which is Remembrance. Those who don't know, massive veterans community within Ipswich, and we get out with our hoodies on. The club kindly donate a few tickets to us, hopefully a few more than we got last season because we were in the Premier League. And there's raffles, there is an auction for signed shirts. Hopefully we'll do that. And Barry Griffin, he supports us really well. And we're going up to Scotland as well. We're going up to Rangers to take Medals to Matches up there, and we're going to go to Ibrox, and I think it's Rangers versus Kilmarnock, so I'm told.
Yeah, it was to be Rangers against Aberdeen on the 1st of November, but Rangers made it through to the semi-finals of the League Cup where they play Celtic, so that's on that day. So it's been put back, but we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, it should be good. You're a patron, aren't you, of Combat to Coffee?
Patron, yeah. But it's nice to. I mean, they're really interested in the fact that you go back and with all that, because the Rangers are very big when it comes to the military, so they really do honour it well. So
excellent.
As do Ipswich. We have a great time. We were escorted by 5 pipers.
That was really good. Yeah, we marched through the town, all had our blue hoodies on with the pipers, and everyone stopped with our medals on, and it was a proud moment, actually. Really good.
It's magic. It's magic. Really is good stuff. Thank you very much.
Thank
Clint.
you. Thank you.
And we might as well do the hat trick, because Tony's here from Seckford. Our other charity is Forget Me Not Golf. So, do you want to just briefly tell us about Forget Me Not Golf? Well, to get everybody in, mightn't we, really? So, yeah, do the whole set.
Yeah, Forget Me Not Golf is golf sessions for people living with dementia. Amazingly, people who have dementia have played golf before, can remember how to play, and we give them sessions, 2 hours, totally free, tea and cake, lots of fun, especially for the carer as well, which is usually their partner. We're creating quite a stir across the country and perhaps a little bit of the world right now, and trying to deliver these sessions to as many golf clubs across the world as we can. I'm trying to do it all for free, and I'm hoping that the bigger players in the golf community, England Golf, DP World Tour, Ryder Cup team, for example, are wearing a badge next year. That would be great.
Tony, how many golf clubs are participating in this?
Actively now, there's 9. As a little boost for Norwich. Norfolk have got more than anyone else at the moment.
Oh, that's great.
But by next year, we'll be ahead in Suffolk.
Excellent. And we're going to have a golf day to raise money for you.
Yes, we are. Yeah,
brilliant. And our end of season bash will be raising money for Combat to Coffee, and our Christmas one will be Cancer Support Suffolk. So that's how we're going to raise our money this year. Now, Tony has got some things in his hand. It is time now for Life's a Pitch and Putt, sponsored by Seckford Golf Club. So our special guest this week is all the way up the A140. Well, actually, he lives on the Suffolk-Essex border, and I'm sure he's a secret tractor boy because he drives a tractor every day. It's Captain Canary! Come on, Captain. So, yeah, you be careful. So, as was pointed out earlier on, we do have the Brian Gunn bobble in front of you. Yes. Okay, so do watch out for the Brian Gunn bobble. You've got 6 balls to get into the rack. We had a top score last week of 120 from Wayne Brown. Right, yeah, so well done, Wayne. And for those who are listening on Suffolk Sound or are listening on podcast, we have quite literally done what I suspect Norwich might do on Sunday. We've parked the bus. We've parked the bus just to make it a little bit more difficult for you, Captain. So I'm not sure which ones we put it in front of. Yeah. Oh, the hundreds. What a shame. Yeah. So we've parked the bus and we've got Crazy down there as well. Or is that Bluey? I can't see from here. Bluey, isn't it? Yeah. So we've parked the bus. So you've got, we just thought we'd make it a little bit interesting for you, I don't even think I can come off the side of the park. Yeah. No, come on. Here you go. 6 balls. Channel your Ryder Cup, everybody. Channel your Ryder Cup. So, ball
Tony,
number 1.
Can we move the bus to about 5 yards just in front of it?
You should have given him the left.
Well, I'll tell you what. Actually, I'm going to move the bus. I'm going to make it a little bit more interesting. And we're going to put it here. Just to give you a sporting chance. Okay,
do you want a wedge?
Putt number 1. Oh, misses.
That just hit the rack, on the outside of the rack.
Putt number 2.
And he's missed the rack.
Missed the rack completely.
I hope the Norwich
it's like
strikers are like that.
playing. Get in the hot, and we don't say that anymore. Oh!
Tell you what.
3 to go, Simon.
No, you should
3 to go,
you
Captain.
should have left the ball there.
No pressure, Simon. No pressure.
And there's another
He's going
miss.
for the big scores, isn't he?
I hope Sargent's like that on Sunday.
It's like one of your ploughed fields, isn't it?
Oh! Last one, Captain.
Dodgy.
Here he comes.
I thought that was totally unfair myself.
I thought that was totally crap. But I'm very pleased.
Captain Canary in an illustrious band of people who have scored 0. That's Mark Murphy, Jason Dazelle, and Terry Butcher.
I'm in good company.
Yeah, you're in good company. But please don't park the bus on Sunday because we want to have a decent game of football.
Well, looking at one game, I think we probably better off to park the bus, especially in front of Philomene.
Yes. Or even Philogene.
Philogene, yeah.
We know where you Philomene.
That's his brother.
Can we just say thank you to Simon's young boy for lending us his bus? There we are. Right, it's time for On This Day in History.
Oh, blimey. On this day in history, the 1st of October 1980, we're going to start with. No, we're not. We'll start the 1st of October 1888. Cool. Chronological order, we'll do this. At a meeting between the two clubs, Ipswich Association and Ipswich Football Club, actually the rugby club, amalgamated and Ipswich Town Football Club was formed. Oxford blue and white stripes were adopted as the club colours. That was the 1st of October 1888. Wow. Saturday the 1st of October 1960, Leeds United, boasting Jack Charlton and Don Revie, were thrashed 5-2 at Ellen Road thanks to a Ray Crawford hat-trick as Town marched to the Division 2 title. That was dirty, dirty Leeds. Right, starts getting a bit complicated here now. Wednesday, the 1st of October, 1980. Eric Gates notched what would be one of the most important goals of his Town career as Ipswich squeaked through to the UEFA Cup second round despite losing 3-1 to Aris Salonika in a white-hot atmosphere in Greece. A seemingly unassailable 5-1 lead from the first leg was whittled down to 1 goal. Of course, the referee was a cheating bus. whittled down to 1 goal with 30 minutes to go, thanks to strikes from
Here we go.
Tasiri Mokos, Drambis, and Zeli Iolis.
Well done, Russell. That was very good, first class.
Before Gates, crisp shot, beat Panziaras on 73 minutes.
Say that, Panziaras.
Panziaras.
Right.
On 73 minutes and booked their place in the second round. So basically, Gatesy got us through. It's all down to Eric Gates as winning the UEFA Cup. Also, Tuesday, the 1st of October 2013, Town allowed a 4-1 half-time lead to slip as Derby County fall back to claim a 4-4 draw at Pride Park. Darryl Murphy had scored twice before defenders Christoph Bedder and Aaron Cresswell had looked to have given Ipswich the 3 points, but constant home pressure merited goals from Zach Whitbread, Craig Bryson and Jamie Ward. It gave them a share of the spoils. Don't know who got there fourth, but there we go. And that's basically all that happened in Greece on the 1st of October.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Actually, with that game, after the game, we were going back to the hotel and we got stoned. Not on drugs, but we were literally stoned. And the walls were, the windows were being smashed. Everybody was on the floor. Yeah, the beat just sat there. I think he just sat there. He wasn't bothered at all with the beat.
He threw the stones back, didn't he?
He threw the stones back. Yeah, yeah. But they were, and that's the first and only time really. The only other time we've been attacked on a bus that I've been on is when we were in Scotland for England, and a guy with the kilt, Scotsman with a kilt, came and headbutted the bus.
Oh.
And he knocked himself out. Yeah. It was great to see. I'll tell you, I've never seen that. Brilliant. He went,
strange people in Scotland, aren't they?
No, strange.
Yeah, you're like that.
Oh dear. Now Man v Fat results are in. Okay.
Right.
Hot off the press, hence I'm looking at my phone. This is from Man v Fat Mark. A disappointing weigh-in this week with an unusual group gain.
Ooh.
The highlight of the week, though, was Ipswich player Tom Self gaining his certificate for a 5% weight loss. With the derby on Sunday, one of our other leagues had their very own dessert derby, where Aston Vanilla beat Rapid Viennetta by 7 goals. You could say they creamed them. Here are this week's results. Portugal Fatsuma 8, Leighton Oreos 4.
They got buttered.
What Food FC 4, Blubber Blues 8. RB Liposuction 8, Ozempiakos 10. And the Pink Panthers 6, Ipswich Town. He hasn't put the score on it. We'll never know.
Just say 7. Just say 7.
We'll
That's right.
never know. Oh, Man v Fat Mark. It's not on there. Anyway, let's beat those Canaries. Come on, you Blues, says Man v Fat Mark. It's just Ipswich Town, nothing next to it. It's been one of those shows, actually,
We'll
this week.
never know, Mark. We must find out, and we'll say it next week.
Yeah. If you only knew what was going on behind the scenes this week. And it's not just me spilling
Is your leg
water.
dry?
Ish.
Yeah. Steady, Leslie.
So, Captain Canary, come on then. What do you think on Sunday? Bearing in mind where you are, if you want to get out alive.
Well, obviously our form has been pretty dismal over the last month. I think Blackburn was the last game we won. Look, local derbies, form goes out the window, but I think if we can get Sargent, because he hasn't scored for the last 3 games, so he's on a bit of a barren spell at the moment. But if Sargent can cause havoc like he does, bully your centre halves a little bit, he's probably our biggest threat in the whole of the game. So if you keep Sargent quiet, I hate to say this, you'll probably nick it. And you're at home, and Town are always pretty well. Obviously, as you've seen, Town are pretty good at home, and I have been recently. So I'm going to go for a 1-1 boring draw, because I'll take a point at Portman Road at this stage of the season. But I hope we nick it, but I can't see
You
it.
haven't got that horrible geezer Sainz. Was it Sainz? The ugly-looking one. You've got rid of him, haven't you?
He's gone, yeah.
He's a nasty piece of work.
He was a nasty piece of work,
I think he scored against us. He was a nasty piece of work. So I'm glad he's gone.
Yeah.
But Sargent's on a really good run of form.
He is, isn't he?
Yeah, as far as we're concerned, he's absolutely brilliant. And long may it continue.
Yeah.
Oh, the memories of people like Robert Fleck.
Oh, yeah. You hated him, didn't you?
Oh dear, dreadful. Warming up behind the goal, winding us all up. What do you think, Terry?
What about Robert Fleck? He used to be a teammate of mine up at Rangers.
He did,
yeah. He had the squarest head I've ever seen anybody have.
Yeah.
It's quite bizarre.
Probably headbutting buses.
Sponge pants, isn't it, or something? Or what they call that? I don't know what game like that. But no, 2-0.
2-0 Town.
To the good guys.
Okay. Final word to Russell Osman.
2-1 to Town.
Okie dokie.
Are you going to go 2-1 every game this season?
I think so, yeah, because I can't see us getting a clean sheet anywhere at the moment.
We've not had a clean sheet this year for ages.
Yeah, we have.
Have we?
Yeah.
When?
One.
Sheffield United.
Oh,
Yeah,
but that was forgettable, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going for 3-1.
3-1.
Yeah.
3-1 to
right.
Town.
Okay.
Captain, thank you very much for coming into the Lion's Den.
It's a pleasure.
Feel free to boo him because he would like that.
Police escort.
I feel more at home if you boo,
Yeah, he feels at home like that. Terry Russell, thank you very much. Thank you, Capacity Crowd. Next week on the show, we do have Fabio Wardley. Okay, he was due this week, but he had to go filming, so he's coming on the show next week, where we'll be here celebrating 3 points against the Scum. That's it. That's it for this week. We'll see you next week. Blue Army! This has been a Life's a Pitch TV production. Main sponsor, DPS Tech. Also supported by Lakens, all about hearing. Seckford Golf Club, Ashford Wright, John Keeble Cars, GBS Builders, Venue 16, The Hudson Group, Come Hither Design, Sound 4 Pro Audio, and Suffolk Sound. Our charities this year, Cancer Support Suffolk, Forget Me Not Golf, and Combat to Coffee.